Hello. How's everybody doing? Tsunami-san, Chess Solo, Gunner Wolf, how are you guys doing today? It's Saturday. I feel like I'm forgetting something right now. I don't know, it's been a slow morning. Um, Yesterday was kind of a weird day. Kind of hot, kind of a lot of stuff happening, so. Make sure we're on this one. But yeah, let's try and get some stuff done on class symbol stuff. Too hot, but good. Yeah, man, it's hot here too. Cali heat. Yeah, dude. Um, so let's see. Last time we were working on the Beastmaster, and we got that to a point. But there's more work. I mean, there's more work to be done on all of them, obviously. But I wanted to keep rolling on new stuff. Um, do this. I think let's do a ranger. Um, so the ranger could be pretty easy. Oh, I already have a ranger one. Delete this. Let's grab archer. So I want the bow. There's a bow and an arrow. So let's duplicate these first. Let me turn on music as well here. Let's move this to ranger. Okay, now if we turn those off, we got those still. Cool. Hey, Siren, how you doing, man? Yeah, Gunner Wolf, that intro music it's a good one. Let's grab screenshot of the ranger one. Save this. Hey, Nor Magic, thanks for the follow. Did you say Quatos? Quatos? I guess it's Quatos. I think I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, Quatos made that for me. It was if you raid him, he'll do like a little jam. He'll make up a song on the fly for you. And I was like, I thought it would be cool to see if he would make like a little intro song for me during one of those raids. So that's the one. He kind of just jammed it out on the fly live on his stream. It's pretty cool. Sounds like the alert went off twice. Okay. Then I need to figure out Unless it's supposed to laugh twice. No, it's not. So I have some sort of loop back stuff going on. It's I guess somewhere in my audio chain. That's not great. I think maybe that fixed it. Let's do a I'm gonna do like a test one and let me know if you hear it twice. So that one went off and I hear it once for me, but unless it's supposed to laugh twice. It's not supposed to, just once. Okay. Cool. So that fixed it. Incantus, thanks for the follow. Thanks for pointing that out. It can be hard to like suss out audio junk sometimes. So it only plays once in on my side, so yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I was grabbing looks like a class icon for an archer class. We're doing the ranger right now. So let me grab the ranger one. Let's get this placed. Oh, there's a sword in there too. I need to grab a sword. So, I don't remember what we talked about in terms of motion. Maybe just maybe I'll have the I think the bow and the arrow were one piece, and I think we were talking about having that rotate around, so we'll try that. I just want to make sure if there's any light groups here. Well, let's kind of get it in the general location and we'll figure it out in a sec here. That. And I need to grab a sword, which paladin has a sword. It's a very paladin-y looking sword. Who else has a sword? Fighter? I'll grab the fighter one. And then all I need is like a little branch leaf kind of thing. Yeah. Well, hang on. Before we start going in with like feedback and stuff, let me get it all situated first. Just gonna let me think. Best way to make a little doodad. Let's do a cylinder. 4 sides. It's basically just 6 sides. Gonna do large shapes now. My chair has become very squeaky all of a sudden too. It's unfortunate development. I need to spray it down or something with WD-40 or something. Why isn't this going off of the gimbal that I want it to? Okay. Hey, what, Bandit? How you doing, man? All right, there's my weird flat thing. It's obviously first pass kind of range thing. So how does it look? Actually, let's take a closer look at the bow again. So I know it's not accurate to this thing. It's got some spirals in there. Thoughts on animation for these playing one time on each inventory open rather than looped? I prefer them to loop personally. I think I need to tune up how frequently they do that though, and make sure that stuff isn't too distracting, because they're not meant to be distracting. They're meant to be more of a kind of a background decoration that's kind of cool. So if there's a thing where it's too distracting, I don't think the solution is to have them only play back once. I think the solution is to address how distracting they are, in my opinion. But yeah, that's kind of why, like I said, all these versions have been like first round rough drafts with the intent. And I say that with the intent of like taking a step back and looking at all of them and like, okay, well, what do we need to change now? Because of, you don't know how stuff's gonna work sometimes until you get it in there. I think there's a lot of stuff that we've built that we've changed, so it's a bit of a journey. What is this? Holy crap. What's this? What a disaster that is. Okay. Anyway, let me see if I can get a thing on this. Does this need to be a curve? I think it needs to be a curve. Grab a cylinder. Make it smaller. We'll add a curve modifier. We'll tell it to use this thing. Then we'll make it much longer. Add a bunch of loops on there. We'll rotate it 90 degrees. Move it up. Smaller. Yeah. I mean, if it comes down to it, Salacious, that like if that's the solution, you know, at the end of the day, that's not entirely off the table. I'm just saying my preference is to have them loop. So it depends on part of the process, like I said. So maybe we'll finish all the rough. I'll get through all the rough drafts, and then we'll be like, well, you know, maybe this is the solution. But I feel like that shouldn't be the first solution. That's more of a last solution, last option. Let's get this on there. Let's bow it out. Pull this out. Get rid of some of these. Pull that out. Hey, Queen, Blue Queen of Dragons. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Saturday. We're Saturday, right? Yeah. Salisha says, my theory was that inventory tab would be open so frequently that it would get plenty of animation, but I like your idea. Well, here's the thing though, like, I mean, that would make sense. I could see that logic tracks in that scenario. Oh dear. Let me finish this thought and we'll do some Ikigesser. But the reason, one of the there's kind of two reasons that I would I guess try to keep the continuous looping. Number one is we now have that pop out thing that has the class icon thing, and so in that instance it doesn't, I mean, it's always going to be like, at least the way I was using it, I popped it out and I had it on the side just all the time with all the stats and everything, so that's just open all the time, and so it wouldn't play at all, like after that first one, I guess. That's kind of a new development, and I feel like it's a bit of a weak argument I guess, but I mean it's relevant, I suppose. I didn't know that was going to be a thing, and my stance would have been the same either way. Then, which brings me to the second point. Really, it's just my preference, you know, that they just loop all the time. Just because they're the intent, my intention anyway with the developing them was to design them in a way where they would function as a looping playback thing. So I mean, it's just what I want to do, man. I guess at the end of the day, it's just like, I want to do it. I don't know if that's not really maybe it's not a strong reason, but you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, but like I said, if it makes more sense to do it a different way, then that's what we'll do, I suppose. Some folks have that mini tab open all the time too, though. Yeah, there's the mini one. I think if I had to guess, more people were probably going to use the mini one. So like I said, it's not a strong argument. I think at the end of the day, it's just what I want to do. So yeah, I don't know, but we'll for the time being, we're gonna proceed as planned, but I'm not totally against the idea, but again, I feel like it should be I'm probably gonna leave it as like a last resort kind of thing. Okay, let me save this and we'll do an EQ guesser here. Well, okay, so EQ guesser. I'll give you a little spiel. I think a lot of you guys probably have done this, so I'll do it briefly. But in case any new folks are here, EQ guesser is a little fun thing we do. I have a little channel reward redeem. There's like a maximum of 1 per stream. So I have been challenged by Blue Queen of Dragons, and so what we're gonna do is make a match here, and everyone in chat can join in as well. Blue Queen, which map option are you feeling like? Classic Trilogy or all of the expansions? Also, do you have a preference for amount of time Classic? Click on the thing. Okay. How much time per round do you want? We can do unlimited, so you can sit there and ponder it for a while, or you can do up to 3 minutes. We've been doing 30 seconds mostly, but I'll let you decide what you're... Up to 30 seconds? Okay, we'll do 30 seconds then. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna send a link in chat. Everybody can click that link, and then you'll join in the game, and it should start, I think. Or it'll give you a button to start. So whenever you're ready, you can just start going through. It'll load you in a zone. You try to determine where you are in the world. There's a map on the corner of the screen, and then you click on the map to decide where you are, and then it'll tell you how close you got, and you get points based on how close you are. And everyone can go and do that, and at the end it'll tally up everybody who joined that by clicking that link. And we'll see who is the biggest nerd. All right. I usually just kind of let you guys get a head start. So you guys go ahead and click that link and start going through stuff, and then I'll go through, and then you can all laugh at me for not knowing the difference between Ice Wall Keep and Permafrost. Gunnar Wolf says, I am too forgetful of the zone names. Yeah, well, the cool thing about the way it's set up right now, you don't necessarily need to know the name of the zone so much. You can kind of like guess based on stuff that's around it. It's the way the map's laid out, it's kind of connect in the order of connecting, unless you get into a zone that's like one of the plains or something where it's just, it could be anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start. You guys got a bit of time there. Hopefully you're well into it. And this is obviously Crushbone. So that's over on the Fade War side. Playing Crushbone. Right in the zone line. Right here. And next to this tree. There's a compass as well you can use to figure out. Oh wait, it's over here, I think. Wait, no, it's over here. Yeah, I had it right. Yeah. Second guess myself for the second. Ooh. This is actually permafrost. I know this little gate. Okay. I can tell the difference now. Suck at Ice Wall Keep. Although I think it's pretty early on. It's maybe it's like a fork somewhere. I want to go. Okay, that was actually where I was about to click to. Okay, it's still pretty close. Still good amount of points there. This is the Hole. I love the Hole. The Hole is one of the Hole and Seb are like my two favorite zones. But I actually have no idea where in the zone this is, so that's a problem. So my the strategy is generally holy crap. Holy shoot. Yeah, I don't know how I would have figured out. Because especially with 30 seconds, I kind of like click, I find out what zone it is, and then I click in the middle of that zone. And then I try to narrow it down farther because with the time limit one, it'll just, when time runs out, it'll just judge you based on where you were. This looks like a zone line. For Krana, North Krana, because I can see the bridge. I think it's like, I think we're right here. We're like right on the zone line. Oh, dang it. That's pretty close though. This is Wraith, Lake Wraith. Lake Wraith is a cool zone too. Very interesting. A lot of stuff going on there. Like there's Wraith Mountains, like Wraith. Okay, and then if you face north, some mountains. There's the diving board. So we can see the diving board southeast. So southeast, north. Sorry. Oh, okay, I was completely off. Okay. You know what? I went southeast from the diving board. I should have gone northwest. I should have reversed it. I'm a doofus. That's my bad. I was trying to like logic it out, and my logic was flawed. Okay, I see. This is Wraith Mountains. Looks like somewhere. There's bears. I forget where the bears are. Is this like the Hill Giant location? I don't see. No, there's the Paladins. They're like over here somewhere. Shoot. Oh man, I clicked over there somewhere. I would have been closer. Dang it. Um, this is. I was gonna say the Cleric Guild, around the Cleric Guild, but pottery merchant. So if we go to, because it's pottery, I'm thinking 4 1/4. Somewhere in the. I was completely wrong. It's freaking as deep as you get into Neriak. Pretty much. Okay. Didn't do a lot of pottery in Neriak, as you can tell. Ooh, this is a tough one. I think this is Najena? I'm feeling Najena. Because of the rock. North, yeah, it's this spot. It's like the entrance. I had the right zone, just the wrong location. It's over there. That's where the spiders are, I guess. I don't remember any skeleton parts that back there. Didn't see any spiders either. That would have given it away too. This is Plane 8, right? Just like the zone in. I played an enchanter in when I did a couple. I only did a couple hate raids, and I was an enchanter, so I just kind of stood in the zone in. Where's the Plane hate? Oh shucks. Plane of hate. Okay, we're clicking randomly, feverishly. I mean, I don't know. That's pretty close. Translocator. Oh man. I'm gonna go with the Ruden's Crossing. Right on the thing. It's west, north. Yeah, so this is definitely it, I think. Yeah. Breakdown. All right. How'd we do? Oh, only a couple people. Who got this one right? Oh shit. I just busted. No. Oh man. Hang on. Good thing I have that link. Show me everybody. Are you serious? Having some trouble there. It's that last person. Someone's attacking the stream. Okay, you didn't get all the way through. You're disqualified. Poison green Gfey bat. Someone picked Twilight Sea. Ocean of Tears. I think so just as a thing to note, the map shows all the zones like Luckland and Plains of Power. Even if we pick like the classic mode, which is what we were running through, it has all the zones on the map still. So it's probably there's got to be pay attention to the mode that we pick at the beginning, unless you roll in late. So Twilight Sea was not going to be an option for this one because we picked classic. But yeah, man. Looks like I beat all you guys, and top 3. Like most of the people who participated were in top 3 anyway. So congrats everybody. Handshakes all around. Which one was the Plane hate was? So Whoever this person is here, D. I don't know if it. Yeah, debuffed blue inethol tadpole. He had a rough go picking a bunch of Luckland zones. Who all got Crushbone? Who all got Frontier Mountains, Stone Burnt Mountains, the whole. Maybe some of them are like misclicks or something. I never really explored the oceans. Just boated through. Yeah, well, anyway, that was fun. What was this one? Neriak, yeah. Looks like they did a little bit of pottery. I know who the Dark Elf player is here. Anyway, good game, gang. Thanks for playing. All right, let's get back into this. Let's see, soften that. Let me just get this shape and I can trim it. I feel like my brain is like mush lately. Got a mushy brain. I don't know if it's the heat or something else. Just distracted by everything happening. Okay, so apply that. I played only XR, so a lot of zones were just KOS and not worth exploring. Good race pick. I played, well, like I said, I had an enchanter, so I could get into a lot of places and explore stuff that way, which was nice. I mean, even just having invisibility gets you into a lot of places, right? All the more reason to never play Ixar beyond looking dumb. Excuse me? Bro, I haven't banned anybody from chat before, but Dargeth, you're cruising for a bruising, bro. I will fight you. Just can't handle the truth. I think I can handle the truth. I think it is you who have created your own truth that only you exist in. While the M&M lizards, what do you not like about the Ixar? First of all, what do you like about the M&M lizards? Curiosity, because there might be some slight changes to them. Scales are never in your favor because I have them all. Virginia having to waste time learning to swim was cool, yeah. Ixar posture always seemed stiff, unnatural. I think it was the animations I disliked. I mean, I could see some of their animations are kind of goofy, but I liked the goofiness of their like run, for example. They had a two-handed attack swing that seemed like it was literally broken because it their whole body like just stiffened up. So that's not great. Like they never got a proper two-handed swing sword. I mean, dude, Dargath, are you talking about? Yeah, that's a good point. Tsunami-san brings up. Which XR are you talking about? Because if we're talking Luckland model XR, I 100% agree that they're goofy as they're goofballs for sure. Not a fan. Classic XR are the ones that are, you know, the real ones. Okay, Bo, you know, in a good situation there. Where did that arrow? No, I like the Luckland XR better than the original, bro. Oh wait, how do I discipline you somehow here? Oh my god. I have no recourse for this without just straight up banning you. um, let's see. There's a wood texture here. Wood. Let me grab the shaman. Click this. It's not clickable. There we go. Just want this material. I think Dargoth is actually a lizard lover, and he's just riling us up with his clever antics. I think he's a big fan of classic Pixar. It's just causing trouble. You know what race Eminem has really nailed? Halflings. I love the Eminem halfling model and animations. The run and sit are perfection, and I'm not normally a halfling guy. I would agree with that. Yeah, I think our halfling is good. They need more polish on the textures and more options as well. So it's one thing I want to get sorted for them. Hey Surfer, how you doing? Welcome. The dwarf with their tumble is pretty on point too. Yeah, I'm usually kind of a dwarf hater, but our dwarves are pretty good. I think they're pretty good. Oh, put this in there. What's this? It's the bow. Okay. The human still needs some animation polish. The arms look unnatural when running. Elbow is too tucked into the torso or something. Yeah, I think the humans. I think there's stuff we could do with the humans to. I think it might be the case where because the humans were always the first sort of guinea pigs when we were building everything, that like they just existed, and then when we kind of sorted stuff out, we kind of got into the swing of things that the newer races got more scrutiny. Um, we had like more leeway to like be more scrutinous about the vibe of stuff, and so maybe humans are just as a result of, you know, how production kind of evolved, they just wound up being sort of bland, and maybe there's something we can do with them as like a polish pass item to try and give them a little bit more of their own flair. Hey, judging my edge flow. I don't care if you judge my edge flow on this, because these are items for pre-render junk, so it honestly doesn't matter too much about these ones. But I see what you did there, though. You're obviously trying to cause some shit today, bro. Nothing but trouble, that Dargeth. Where's my loop tool, circle? Let's make a, you know what? Hang on. I got a better idea. This would be faster if I just mesh, cube, boom, done. Heal, boom, done. So there's the folder in there. All right. I'll just apply this, I guess, and into that, so it's all one thing for now. Yeah. Surfer says, was a little sad to see the evil ogre model go. But definitely coming around to more neutral ogres. As long as trolls still eat halflings and gnomes. I wonder what the stance, like, I honestly don't know a ton about our ogre lore. I'll read up on that. Because I don't know. I don't know that if they're not evil or they are evil. I think the biggest difference is the intelligence level of them, because you know, ogre in EverQuest was cursed by, was it Inarok? I'm not sure who did the cursing. But they were cursed. Maybe it was Zach or something. I'm just gonna stop talking about that. They were cursed by somebody to be stupid. They were always kind of evil, I guess. In a way. But yeah, but our ogres, they're more intelligent, essentially. So there's one big difference there. That doesn't mean they can't still be evil, or still be really mean, or at least have like a face option that has some like a grin or a frown, or like a dumb face. Like people have wanted like a dumb face. I think you can still always have that village idiot, right? I think it's more like a balance between the lore, the overall lore of the race at large versus a singular face option that one player or multiple players can pick or whatever. So what's going on with this? Anyway, so all hope is not lost. But yeah, I don't know what you mean particularly by evil ogre model. Maybe you're just referring to the lore of it, maybe? I'm not sure. Let's do this. I'm gonna move this down. Well, maybe it's actually more accurately like that. Empty. Guess you're referring to more of the lore, and they don't look quite as derpy. Yeah, I mean, we can. I think that's one of the things that people have asked for is like a derpy face, and that's something that I think we will add in there. Kind of doing like a really solid pass on faces and hair and just like appearance items for all the players. It's something that I've been wanting to make sure that we get in, and it's just a matter of prioritizing it over other stuff. So it's yeah, finding the right time and kind of running out of time, so I need to like get on that really. So I'm gonna see if I can't get that started. I'll have to, maybe I'll just shoot out a thing. I keep saying I'm gonna do it and I don't do it, so yeah, it's my fault, I guess. Is there any work done on trolls yet? Or are they still in concept? They're still basically in concept. We're not gonna do them yet until we're kind of working on their area. It's like the modules that we're planning on putting out is like when we make like a swampy area, we'll do all the zones for that, all the props for that, all the armor for that, and then that would be an appropriate time for trolls and all their, all their junk to come out all together. So it's sort of like like, I don't want to say expansion pack because that implies certain things, but it's more of like a big update, like a content update with all relevant things together. So it's like when we get to that content portion of stuff. So that's kind of why they're not being worked on right at this moment, but they're pretty soon in the grand scheme of things, because right now we've got like the module 1 stuff is the deep stuff, right? So that's what we've started working on. We've got like a deep zone, maybe 2, I forget. And the deep gnomes and the deep elves are in the process of being built. So and then I think right after that it's like trolls and lizards, I think, are the next ones. So so not yet, but still kind of soon. I don't know if they're actually on my list or not, though. I take that back. I think they are on the list. They've been like stubbed in, but it's not like, I don't know if it's been solidified yet or not. We'll see. I need to maybe maybe check in with Sean again about that stuff, because I don't think we really have a solid. I don't know how solid the plan is for that stuff. It's just like, yeah, well, we need to start thinking about it, kind of thing. And it kind of depends on all the other stuff, like how much how soon we get through the module 1, like where we're at with that, and the success of things. So yeah, you guys, did you see the I can show you the Deep Gnome. I started let me save this again in case you haven't seen Deep Gnome. Started working on them. I have both of them here. Wait a minute. This isn't the right one. Hang on. There we go. So we got just do this. Just the boy and the girl. Deep gnomes. Little cuties. Why I can't click that. So the models are in a good spot. I need to finish up the UVing, and then I'm going to start texturing stuff. So that's what I'm going to do next week. Start texturing next week. I think I can finish the UVs tomorrow. Will Deep Gnome Eyes work as a light source for the party? I don't think so, no. I think the method, I mean, we haven't talked a ton about what the deal is with that. The way I was planning on setting it up was it just kind of looking like their eyes glow. Like there's just like an effect on their eyes that makes them, you know, kind of like clockwork eyes, but like essentially like there's the effect, like you look at it and be like, oh, that thing is like in your mind's eye, it's like, oh, that's glowing, but we're just gonna fake it basically, because I don't think we actually want players to have like emit light like that. Think of it more like the you know how blood elves or the night elves in WoW, their eyes kind of have those little glowing effects and stuff, but it doesn't like produce any light or anything like that. So that's essentially what I'm shooting for with them. Until someone tells me I'm doing it wrong. Okay, so this ranger one shouldn't actually be too complicated, really. I think I do this. Let's get the timeline out. So if we go this, paste that. Transform. Oh, can't reset that. Okay, just do this. Okay. So spin. And then spin back. And I just need to figure out how to keep that in frame. Maybe I want to rotate it. Funny. Oh, that looks cool, actually. I don't know. I don't really like how it's moving in so many different axes though. I also just realized that I forgot the this thing. So there we go. Okay. Let's do this for now. Could just have it flip around as well. That looks stupid though. The arrow doesn't even stay in. I have I don't have it in centered. That's one issue. Geometry to origin, origin to geometry, origin to center of mass. Why is it far forward? It's the center of this point. So it's like in the middle, right? That's the center. this off of here. So I'll just move all of these center real quick. Hiding this, hiding that. Let's just focus on the keyframes. Just focus on the bow for now. We'll add in the other two things in a sec. And I need to go to the bathroom as well, real quick. So AFK, minute or two. Be right back. Here we go. And we're back. Just make sure. I'm always paranoid that the little microphone processes aren't working, but I guess it's just the first boot up or something. I don't know if there's a fix for that, but yeah. It is kind of a weird day. It feels like it's one of those it feels weird days. I think I need to go for a walk later or something. Get out of the house. Okay, so we'll look at this render preview, and it's here. Zero that out. So 40. 60. Paste. Oh, wait. This starts at 15. So that's not quite halfway. I don't know why I have stuff like starting at 15, but... Okay, so now it spins and it stays... Stays where it needs to be. Actually, I don't need this one. I just wanted to spin all the way around. Hey, Chinny, how you doing, man? Perfect. Now, make it rapid fire arrows like a machine gun. That'd be cool. Should I get like a? I should get like a screen effect where like one of the arrows gets stuck in the camera. A 3D, one of those 3D effects. That'd be cool. This is going too slow for my taste. What are some of the other ones? What do we do here? Oh, this one has a bow too? What? Oh no, I'm a fucking idiot. That's because I left it on there. I was like, oh, the fighter has a bow in there too? Why am I making this again? Okay. So these ones have a much quicker thing. Broken glass effect with arrows in the middle. Yeah, man. So how many frames is this? 33 to 48. 47. I can't do the math in my head. Sorry. So that's 47. 47 minus 33. 14. So it's 14. About 14 frames, right? Ranger. So let's reduce this down. I could just pick literally the same frame set here. 47. There you go. And I could try and do like a sword blade gleam as well, maybe. Keyframe. I don't know if it's too much, too distracting. And I was thinking about doing some like something with the leaf branch plant thing that's just a loop, kind of a low looping thing. Like maybe it's just like slightly glowing and there's just like a bit of a subtle flicker to it, maybe. Be a thing. What is the onion looking thing in the back? It's like a little plant. Some sort of like plant thing to indicate that, I guess, you know, rangers have like nature magic elements to them. And to differentiate it from the archer thing. It's obviously very crude, being like a weird shape. I just made like the overall shape of it. You'd actually model out like the leaf and branch portions or something. But remember, we're in early stage of building this. So let's hide this for now. I want to make the blade narrower, maybe. Why does this feel so chonky? Very sharp. Yeah, bevel. It feels better. This animation is currently in alpha. Yeah. Yeah, if you want the early access version of the class symbols, then you're gonna have to pay. The cash grab element of things has begun. where did the... I have to apply this for this to take into effect. Okay, well, that's just not... It's just not happening. Transfer mesh data. Can I do... Just hoping there's a way to like... I feel like there's a way to like tell tell it, hey, move the location to this location and rotation. Copy data path. Copy full data path. How do I paste that data path? I don't know what a data path is doing, honestly. So, do that. There. Okay. So we got a sword. I move this. Oh, it jumps back. Graph editor. Give me the location. I need the green. I do this. It's just... Well, that's not great. Whatever. Let's just we'll do this. So good lighting conditions. Oh, now it's not moving. I've deleted the rotation. Oh shit. Bro. Can I do that? What? No way. Okay. That makes life a little bit easier. Okay. Yeah, so there's the bow. I can move this around now. Find a good spot. Wow, I'm a genius. I intend to do that. I did that totally on purpose, and I'm amazing at everything I do. Everything I touch turns to gold. Wow. I think I need another light in here, though. Can I get one of these? Okay. Ranger. Okay, it's tracking something. What are we tracking, buddy? How did I do that? Set a modifier? Oh, it's this thing. Apply this. And let's turn this to 100. Let's go down to 50. Let's try 75. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah. What else? What's some of the recent stuff? Let's do... If I take this metal, yeah, let's... Take this, separate it, this, separate it. We have this, we'll apply or copy that material, turn off, list, make this a thing of its own thing. Ranger sword, sword metal. We can change the color. Go to shader. This got some fancy stuff to it. Turn down all this stuff. Scale. Let's get rid of the noise. Actually, we want a little bit though, but maybe this material is not the best one for this. Noise detail. Noise scale. It's a little too... There we go. It's okay for now. We'll probably have to find a different one that's better suited for sword metal or something. Also, I lost the bevel still. This bevel is not showing up how I want it to. So need a better sword model this soon. I always forget how to shadow. I did this wrong. Fuck. I don't understand why that is so complicated to fucking work. But okay. Just put it in the group with the light. Jesus. Bro. I don't understand. Light linking. Light group. Ranger like link. Ranger light link. Ranger light link. Okay. So. Is this in anything? It's in nothing. So why is it being led by this? It doesn't make sense to me. So. Pain in the butt is what it is. Tell you what. Alright, well, let's make this little green thing. Okay. The little plant thing. It's the point across, right? It doesn't really. It doesn't look like what it's really meant to represent, but it's fine. It's just a ranger anyway, right? Why YouTube algorithm had Redbeard Flynn's video from his first ever Eminem stress test yesterday. And I think everybody should watch old versions on the game every once in a while. Yeah, man. Like, it's kind of crazy how far we've come in such a short amount of time. Like, even going back to like when we first got like the characters in on like those kind of dorky placeholder animations and all that stuff. think what I want to do. Where is this? Mission? Oh boy. What happens if I insert keyframe? Copy. Paste. And then we'll do insert keyframe. Copy. Paste. Let's render this. Actually, let's save it first. What's interesting, I think it's hard to see the vision until you have some visual. When we were starting, we didn't really have any. Like we still don't really have a lot of documentation, like pre-production documentation or anything. So we were just kind of building off of building all in all directions and kind of trying to consolidate. And we refine on what we build. Which is, I think, a kind of a unusual means of doing it. So here's what it's looking like right now, which I think that the emission is distracting. Maybe I'll slow down the bow as well. I could just add some more frames. Maybe he's just playing faster. I don't know, maybe it's just playing faster than in that playback. I'll just leave it. Hey, Wikislow, thanks for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Slaw Sluggle raid. Pull out them pillows. Time for a nappy. Could use a nappy. Feels like a nappy kind of day. I was saying earlier, like it feels kind of, today it feels off. Yesterday was a weird day. Yesterday was kind of a busy weird day. Today is kind of like a slow weird day. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah. So hey everybody, my name's Zukan. And if you are unfamiliar with any of the stuff I do, I'm a 3D artist. I'm working on a game called Monsters and Memories right now. And today, what we are currently doing is we're trying to model up some symbols. Like I'm modeling out some bits, and then we're animating them, and then we're rendering them out. Here, I can show you what we just rendered out. We made this guy. This is like a rough draft of like the Ranger class symbol, and what would be something that goes into the user interface in the Ranger inventory. You kind of like a bit of a self-identification of your class kind of thing. So we've been slowly going through and making unique ones for each class and putting them in today's Ranger. And this one's fairly simple. I kind of thought, I mean, the most complicated portion is maybe this is supposed to be like a little branch leaf thing, and I obviously made like a kind of a placeholder bit, but maybe I've made it too placeholder. So anyway, just really like the Shadow Knight one so far. That one's cool. Yeah, I got a couple here. I could here. Let's do this. Here's the Shadow Knight one. This one's really cool. It needs more polish, but it's pretty solid. Probably add more elements to it. Here's the Rogue one. This one's pretty tight. I like it. Gonna add some motion to the glass and the liquid in there, and maybe we'll have the blackjack do a little bit, have a little bit of motion. And Elementalists. This one's kind of my current favorite. This is pretty solid. I'm gonna read you the wind one. This one, see, this thing has a little bit of a bob to it. I think that really adds a lot. So having some sort of motion for the whole thing is good. I think that's why I like this one the best. It's just everything is moving. I mean, also it's just like everything, stuff's kind of shiny, and that makes it look nice too. And the last, in case you haven't seen the latest one, this is the Beastmaster. This one is not really how I want it to look in the end, but it's a pretty good place to be for now, basically. So those are the ones I have ready to go to show off there. Tiff says, polish not needed, 100% good for the Shadow Knight. But think of how much better it could be if I did polish it. I think I can, I mean, I know I can do better. That's like a really rough version of it. I don't think it needs to change, but like, that's the whole point of polish, is just, you're not really changing much, but you're just getting it to be better. Can I do add a subsurface to this? Hmm. I don't know if that makes a difference right now. We'll figure that out. See if I can find some leaf material or something online, maybe. How's everybody else doing? You guys all playing AOA right now? How's that going? It looks pretty cool. I'm gonna have to try it again sometime. Get rid of these. Nice. Playing Warframe and Path of Exile. Waiting for the playtest. That's cool. Let's do this. There you go. Now it's kind of leaf-like. It's kind of a branch thing. Really? What's going on here? There you go. Sort of a placeholder, really shitty, low poly looking thing, but that's what it is. That's what it is right now. Yeah, I've been playing AOA. It's fun enough, but don't think it could hold my interest long term. The community also a bit sweaty. Tons of chaosing and generally disrespecting people in camps. Kind of interesting that people are so sweaty in a game with that kind of aesthetic, isn't it? I mean, sweaty gamers are gonna sweat, regardless, I guess. But just kind of so kind of a mismatch of vibes. Really? What's going on here? I want to scale these. Like this, please. By the way, cool map you put together, Dargeth. Oh, which map was that? Hey, Quick Sauna. How you doing? Don't know if you're in ads. I think you're in ads right now. Oh, the zone connections map. Gotcha. Hey, Quick Sauna. If you didn't hear me in that ad break there, how you doing? Maybe it's attracting a younger crowd. It could be, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Maybe it's younger crowd that like doesn't never did the traditional camping stuff, so they just kind of run in and grab things. Like that makes sense, I guess. That makes the most sense, really. Yes. Enjoying all of these, I guess. All the leaves. Ranger plant. Leaves. Ranger plant. Sword. So I need to lower this to... Actually, it's not even... Honestly, it's not even the power of it. I think it's just the duration. Even just one of them. And I was thinking it would be cool to have some little magical particles or something dripping off of it too, kind of subtly. What I can do is faces. This one will be different guys. Delete keyframes. He's up there. Oh. He's up there, and then falls down. Falls down and disappears. That. And can I just make a bunch of those with the same keyframes? Yeah. Would be cool to have lightning shoot down the sword. That would be cool, actually. I wonder if I should do that instead of this. So I feel like doing both would be too much. I think I'll do that instead. Because it's a better idea, honestly. And probably a little bit easier to do as well. Actually, like, my ideas aren't always great. Actually, no, that's actually a good idea. What I'll do instead then with this, I'm gonna keep the... I click a button that made the thing go away. Oh, there it is. I will do this. Let's get a light, point light. Little green light. Maybe this is a better way of doing the light as well, actually. Insert keyframe. Old Ranger Epic. Yeah, I think I could totally make the sword. I kind of wonder I can make the sword look like that and then just not do the lightning and then it's not on the nose, or we can make any sword and then do a little bit of and then that would be thing. I don't know. Let me see if I can find some lightning. Videos. Lightning. Right. Sponsored? On your sponsored trash. Users, photos. Oh, that's cool, but that's not gonna work for my thing, I think. This one might work. Is this fucking real? That looks intense. Is this what lightning storms really look like? Don't get too much out here, California, so. Those ones look pretty wild. Out of the way, dude. Alright, well, we'll try it. We'll see if this one that I grabbed works. Valoroth, thank you for the sub there. 16 months. 16-month streak. That is awesome. Thank you. Hope you're doing well, having a good weekend. All right. Let's see if I grab this thing, duplicate it, and I stuff it in the ranger thing, turn that off. Let me go this. Make a new thing. We'll swap out that with presumably this is the lightning. Yes. UV. It's not really doing stuff. Is this thing working? Yeah, that's working. Why doesn't the other thing work? I mean, I've had the Shadows of Ethereal song on repeat for like 2 weeks now. Yeah, that one's a good one. I think every time Robert comes out with a new track, I just listen to it over and over like that. Why isn't this working though? Start frame. Oh, is this it? Start frame 1 frames. I don't understand why this like this works sometimes but not other times. I must be missing some setting. Unless I grabbed the wrong thing. Let's even see if what this is. Whoa. That's nuts. So in theory, unless there's what is it? Oh, yeah, this. Why is it just like a fucking pink blob, dude? It's weird. Something ain't right. That boy ain't right. Hey, Rogaru, how you doing, man? Hey, Fuller. What up, dude? Kind of sucks, to be honest with you. I don't like it when like stuff doesn't work, and I'm like, I don't know why. It's like it's gone so wrong. Well, if I put the where's the other one? Flames. MP4. MP4. So put this on there. That works. It's animating, so all the settings are right. Shows up here. Maybe is this that's an MP4 as well. Is there like render like resolution settings that I need to account for? I'm not. Ooh. Just I don't understand, guys. So I guess we can't do the lightning, or I need to find try a different video maybe? Or just do it a different way. I could just like make some lightning myself, I guess. Stop being lazy or something. I bet there's like geometry node stuff I could do. I'm not really well versed in that stuff. So it's hard to whip something up quickly. I mean, it's hard to whip something up. You don't know what you're doing, right? So let's just render this out. And then just kind of see how it looks based off that, I guess. Well. Okay. So here's where it's at right now. This is pretty decent. It's subtle. I mean, I'd say this is like decent enough for now. Like polished pass, like this is essentially what's on the concept anyway. But the lightning would be a cool addition. I'm gonna see if I can do that, but I think actually this is kind of the target anyway, as it is. We don't get lightning now in the end. I'm gonna be disappointed. I live to disappoint, so now I'm not gonna do the lightning. You heard it here first, guys. Dargath ruined everything. Oh, this light should be in here too. Now everyone has to throw out their Lich Did It t-shirts and go buy the Dargath Did It t-shirt. It's the new hotness. But yeah, I think we'll go with this for now. Get this in. So let me get the spreadsheet thing built for this. PNG, that bad boy. Let's grab. That's there. This is. Ranger symbol. The worst part about making this symbol is to like get it set up and make sure it's good in game. I have to make a ranger. Ugh. Gross. Where are we at though? I think all we have left is like wizard, monk, enchanter, right? After this. And then we need to loop back around to Beastmaster. But just enchanter, monk, wizard that doesn't have anything yet still. And inquisitor. Inquisitor, okay. Cool. Slowly getting there. Do wizard next. Ugh. Can dwarves be rangers? Or are you just commenting that I don't like dwarves? I think we should make dwarf ranger a thing just so that I can like distill all my hate and disgust into a single being. Really, it's a time saver. Let's make a macro that like just locates any dwarf ranger in the zone and just sends them to prison. I feel that every race should be able to be a fighter. I think it's interesting that some can't. Like erudite. Like let's use erudite as an example. They can't be fighters, but they can be Shadow Knight and paladins. And you're like, well, why can't they be fighter or warriors? Because they can be the knights. But if you think about it in terms of like their strength is in magic. And if you look at like Darth Vader as an archetype, Vader in his later years, he's more of a, you know, he's like a Shadow Knight, right? Um, in terms of like, I'm not a Jedi expert, by the way, so this is like kind of surface level shit. But like, if you compare him to other Jedi that are more martial and less force based, I think Vader is more force based. Like he's literally like Force Jesus or something. So I think he you could argue that like because erudites are, this is all random hot take shit off the top of my head, by the way. I haven't planned this stuff out, but like erudites, they're strong in magic and they can do a little bit of fighting. Um, why would they be why would they forsake all of their strengths to be the worst warrior? Like they're really only their Shadow Knight or Paladin erudite is like kind of like more of a battle cleric or something, or a battle necro where they're leaning more on the magic side, and then they've got the armor and weapons and stuff, and they can do a little bit of that, but it's still not their. They're not a full, like you can't compare them to like an ogre or troll Shadow Knight or something, where they're on those ones would be on the other side of it, where they're stronger martially and their magic is weaker. Like from a lore perspective, obviously from like statistics, like your from the spells and stuff are kind of pretty all the same because it's a game, I suppose, right? Um, but I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it. So like, if you were to say like, why can't our gnomes be warriors or fighters? I think I would kind of just put it in that same thing. Um, I don't know who else can't be fighters. Um, I'd have to look at the list again. But I don't know, that's my justification based on making shit up. So, but I mean, maybe it's just it'll be unlockables as well. Like I don't know. We don't want to put everything out there right away. And if we're successful, the game will be around for a while, and we can always keep adding stuff, right? So, but I think also just there's 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 basically two ways to do stuff. Is like from the get-go you just make everybody be able to be everything, and they deal with the consequences from the stats of the race, you know, or you have that extra element of certain, like from a lore standpoint and all that stuff, certain races don't don't have access to certain classes, and then you kind of have to pick, like it deepens the thought of the character creation process, which can be interesting. So I mean, I think it's definitely more interesting than everybody can be everything. There is an element of coolness to everybody can be everything as well. Like EverQuest 2 did that. Which it was I think that was the first game where I played that was like that. And I think Vanguard eventually went into a point where they did that as well, but I think at the start they had limitations. Um, and maybe it still does actually. I don't remember, but you know, that's a bit rambly. But The problem is when you think about reses, and if your race doesn't have clerics, then what do you do? Yeah, that was actually a problem with Ixar, right? I remember hearing about like some RP guild trying to be like an all Ixar guild, and they ran into trouble at a certain point because they didn't have any clerics. They didn't have complete heals and reses, so it kind of caused problems for them to progress. And that's kind of more of an issue with the game design of classes in general, not so much the selection, because like yeah, it's sort of a broken game mechanic thing. Like if you are required to have complete heal to do content at a certain point, then like everybody should have a cleric then. uh, so yeah. um anyway, so let's see. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any other comments there. I feel that now I don't plan on playing fighter, but why can gnome be fighter but not halfling? If it's lore related, I accept it. Halfling can be fighters. I think you're thinking gnomes can't be fighters. Let's find out actually. Halfling are lovers, not fighters. I think I mean halflings are pretty cool. They I would probably throw a little bit of a fit if they couldn't be fighters. I don't. Who cares about gnomes? Nobody wants. I guess some people want to be gnome fighters. For the meme of it. I think halfling fighters are better anyway, though. Like both aesthetically and stat wise. Well, let's see. What elf can be fighters? Ogre, obviously. Human, halfling, goblin. Gnomes can be fighters. So everybody can be fighters right now. So I don't know if that was something that changed recently or we're just misremembering. Yeah, maybe the website's out of date or something then. I think maybe like high elf can't be fighters or something. I bet I wouldn't be surprised if there's a race that can't be fighters. So yeah, I mean if both of those locations are wrong, then it must be a change that happened fairly recently. So yeah. I think it's interesting that people focus on the fighter and not the cleric though in that regard. Like cleric is much more sparse, but maybe cleric is maybe like fighter is just more like agnostic and basic. Like it like that's one of those things that like everyone should be able to have, and then cleric is more like, does it make sense to have a goblin cleric? You kind of think about it more in terms of good versus evil and that sort of thing, but where fighter is just everybody can do it. I don't know, it's just an interesting thing to point out. All right, let's find this thing. Boop. And let's get the animation window open. Let me show me this thing. Ranger. Okay, well, fighter symbol. Take me to this folder. Import new asset. And we need to set this up. This is multiple, apply, high quality, open sprite editor, and we'll do grid by cell size. And it's 220 by 344 with 2 pixels of padding. That should line up everything. Apply that. Now I can grab all of these guys, drop it in here, and then we can make a ranger now. When I think of the basic classes, I think fighter, rogue, cleric, wizard. For some reason, wizard is the one that stands out as requiring lore to validate, though. I can see that because it's like isn't it interesting though? Like if you say everyone should be a fighter because it's the most basic thing. But then you're like, not everyone should be a wizard because it requires intelligence. But like, you could apply that same logic to a fighter as well. Like, why is it okay to why is it okay to not give wizard to ogre because they don't, or a troll because they don't have enough intelligence to figure that shit out? But then it's like gnomes should be able to be fighters, even though like they don't have the strength to like wield stuff, right? Like big weapons or heavy armor and stuff. Or if they do, it's like they're smaller, so it does like there's like a disconnect there. Like if you apply the same thing, you don't. It's like you get different results. What elf ranger? Why not? Let's do it. Classic. Let's start in Wood Elf Town. Because anyone can put on armor and carry a club. They may not be good fighters, but they can. Well, why can't you like open a book and read a spell? You may not be good, you may not be, maybe you'll blow yourself up. Why don't we have like goblin wizards that they have a high chance for their spells to backfire and they blow themselves up? Can an ogre read? I think our ogres can read. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that high quality shit right there. Let's make this bigger. There you go. That looks pretty good, actually. I think we're getting too close to the edge of stuff, though, for my taste. I feel like the arrow should be a little bit smaller. Maybe once racial starting stats get tooled in, gobs may have good wisdom. I don't know. I kind of see goblins as more melee, leaning more towards melee. But I don't know. I don't do that stuff. That's just my opinion. Because anyone can put on armor and carry a club. Oh, I read that shit. Should ogres then be able to be super fighters that are just better fighter? Yeah, I mean, that's generally why you pick an ogre, right? You pick an ogre to be like the super fighter, because that's their hyper focus. That's why, for the same reason, you'd pick an erudite for being a wizard, because they have the highest intelligence. So yeah, I mean, if you're like, I think it makes sense to me to have those extremes, for those people who want to min max, and then there's the other stuff in the middle that's more granular, but you get to, like, you're picking it more for aesthetic reasons or lore reasons. You know, like picking I don't know, a wood elf fighter. Like, wood elf fighter was really popular, and I think actually there are some min max reasons, like statistically, that they were pretty good. But I think a lot of people also just picked them because they liked the fashion, the armor that they wore. But their strength was kind of garbage. They had like some of the lowest strength. So but yeah, I think this is good. I think I might go back and maybe we can just, like, we'll make the arrow a little bit shorter. I mean, it's a ranger and not an archer after all, so them having like a short bow actually makes sense too. Wonder if I can do like a simple. Here, let's do this. If I make a lattice, can I animate a lattice? I bet I can. Local. Squish this down. So if I did this, just need one actually. Can I animate a lattice? Let's see. If I go this. Okay, I can't insert keyframe, so maybe not. I also haven't applied that, but it wouldn't matter at this point anyway. Let's try this though. Okay, I can animate it that way, so let's do take this guy. Give me a lattice. Not a lattice. Assign it to this guy. And then we'll do oh, why isn't that working? Oh, because that's not how it works. I'm a doofus. Well, if I just do this, well, that makes it move. Okay, that's something. I can have it. I can do that, I guess. All right. So this is gonna be hella janky. I'm better off just making a rig in the long run, probably, but I ain't doing that right now. We're doing creative solutions. There we go. Let's make it kind of like jiggle. Okay. Saving this, and we'll do a render. We'll just do it. This open, it's fine. My computer won't explode, surely. Goblins misfire spells so bad they blow themselves right off the list of playable races. Start out with a note. My buddy had to have Dark Elf Shadow Knight. After equipping plate armor, he couldn't carry anything. Yeah, like, I mean, when you pick an elf for any kind of melee stuff, like generally they don't have a lot of strength. Um, they have probably decent strength, but they're they're better with like wisdom or intelligence and dexterity, oftentimes. So, or the same reason you pick a halfling so you can fit through a door. See, yeah, there's another reason is like beyond like stats and aesthetics, there's also the dimensionality of your size. Like I I tried to play an ogre warrior multiple times, but I couldn't do it because they're just too big. The animations that they had on the old ogre were like he was upright all the time and he just blocked everything. Like to like see like because I played in third person. Um and kind of even playing in first person, you're so tall, you have to look down at everything anyway. So it was just like I didn't really like that. I didn't enjoy that feeling of being that large. So despite them being like statistically one of the best fighters or warriors and having like the frontal stun immunity, which is huge, um, I couldn't do it. So I much more enjoyed the XR. I had an XR warrior that I enjoyed a lot, um, because I preferred the animations and the aesthetics. Um, I did have a harder time finding gear for him though, obviously, because they can't wear a lot of the plate in the earlier levels. But yeah, and they could fit through doors. It's kind of a big deal. Like if I was doing pulling and stuff, I could do some pulls and stuff in um Mistmore Castle. I remember doing a bunch of groups there on the warrior. Okay, so that's rendered out. Let's grab this stuff. Let's oh boy. Yeah. I think Dark Elf also had style points. They're pretty dope. It's like their plate armor is pretty sick, honestly. All right. So if we just replace this. Yeah. Wait a minute. Change your symbol. What's this? Hmm. If female Dark Elf maybe had the best helm in the game. The bullet with the flames on it. I actually didn't like that one. Did it have flames on it? Why is this doing this? Oh, I have one already. Okay, let's get rid of this then. We're not using that anyway. I was thinking of the male Dark Elf one with like the ornate like horns and stuff. That was kind of cool. Um, their dark metal is cool. I really like the iridite plate as well. I made a. I think they get some fashion points. Like iridite clerics are pretty cool, even though they're like. I think statistically their stats and stuff aren't the best. Like they're all intelligence. I don't know if that. I don't think that helps at all for with like clerics. Yeah, the female had the horns too. Really? I thought they had. Now you gotta make me look it up. Actually, I don't know how to look up the... We're talking, Oh, you're talking the classic plate, right? I'm thinking the Luckland stuff. That's why I'm confused. You're like the skull with the horns. That's what you're referring to? That one's badass, yeah. I was thinking this one. Like, this bullet in particular, like, this is dumb looking, I think. But yeah, if the skull with the horns helmet, that's cool. And I actually want to make sure that we have, like, a skull helm, too. Of some sort. Hey, Encrypt, how you doing, man? Wolfhausen, how you doing? We're putting in the Ranger class symbol right now. What time is it? It's 5. Okay, so that looks better. The arrow is a little bit smaller. I don't think you can really see much movement on the leaves there. But that's something that I will do. I think in the end I'll probably make a whole rig for that. Because I was thinking like it would kind of like wave a little bit in like some breeze or something to get some little subtle background movement. But yeah. I think Ranger. No, that's rope, right? No, that's Ranger. What frame does it move on? Okay. 33. Oh, yeah, right. 33. Okay. But it starts at 15. Okay, so I can just delete these. Oh, wait. I can't do that, can I? Because I made it... Okay. Well, I can't do that then. Maybe what I'll have to do is... I mean, I'll just have to adjust it in Blender, I guess. What I was gonna do, I'm gonna try and like... I think I want to slow down the spin, maybe. Pad. And create some more space between the beginning and the end, so... Because it looks like it's spinning... The frequency at which it spins around again feels a bit high. So it's like a timing issue. But I can just add more frames. Ranger. I mean, it's already playing kind of slow. So if I set this to 1, it's going hella fast. And we don't want that. Let's do 0.2. Actually, that's not bad. That's fine. We'll go with that now. 360 no scope bow shot. Pow pow. Avery RR, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think this is fine for now. I think maybe what would be cool to do is try and find some acceptable cadence that I can standardize so they all kind of like fire off whatever their little spin or glow or shit is. Have it kind of go off at the same cadence. I don't know what like the optimal timing for that would be. Maybe I should go back and just like, because I think EverQuest ones were farther between each other, so I don't know, maybe I'll just go see what they did and see, compare it to how fast mine are. I think mine are pretty fast, but yeah. Excellent. Watching my favorite folks make my new favorite world. Ranger was my favorite class. XP though, bias, because it was also the highest level char I got, and ogre ladies are hot. What? Okay, well that's done. How long we been going here, guys? 3 hours. I think that's good for today, honestly. A little bit of a shorter stream, probably. Oh shit. Oh, all the guys are gone. I wonder if they got all moved to the city now. Let's see. I don't even know how to get up there, to be honest with you. Yeah. I guess we'll find out if I can even figure out how to get there. Oh, no, I lied. They're all over here. I was just on the wrong side of the bridge. I lied to everybody. I got all excited for a sec there. I was like, oh shit. But they're all here. So look at all these bros. Look at all these guys. Hey, put a shirt on. What's going? What's up? What's up? Barkeep, what's going on with your browser, dude? So this is a weird bug that I don't know what is causing it. I don't know how to troubleshoot that. He's got leather paints on his face. I mean, the brows are there. I don't know. Went to the brow bar and stole the merch. Yeah. Yeah, that, like, unless it's in the data that someone put some, was trying to put like something in the wrong slot. I need to look into that. I've noticed that same problem when they put helmets on though. Like some people, like this guy, it's loading that onto the wrong thing. But it doesn't make sense because the brow plane is part of the face. Like it's I joined the mesh. There's no separate mesh here. So it's weird. Weird choice. What's your deal, bro? What you got? There is wisdom in the tenets of the Fey realm. Will you hear their message, traveler? No, I will not, sir. I'd rather look at this wasp, actually. I think... Oh my god! This murderer! Fucking punching shit. Where did you even come from, sir? Holy crap. Aggressive. Police brutality. Alright. A little dryad fawn. How's it going, buddy? A little drake. Flapping away. A little wolf. Oh shit, that wolf is angry. Where's that violent policeman? I need his help. There you go. Got him. A cave. Interesting. Oh, is this the... Are those... Forest Grim Watcher? Foster Grim? Foster Grim? We got the Avatar. We're making the Avatar game over here. This looks different. Is that copper? Or is that some other metal? I don't have a pickaxe. Give me a pickaxe. The redcons. You look ridiculous. A beguiled wolf. He's kind of blue. Oh, he's kind of angry. Oh man! Oh no! All right. Well, that's enough goofing around. I think I'm gonna take off. Because I don't think I have enough energy to start and go through like the other one, the wizard one right now. He looks angry. He's pissed about that wolf stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thanks for hanging. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Hope you're having fun playing AOA and all that jazz. We got our next playtest coming up pretty soon too. I think it's... I don't want to misspeak. Let me look it up. Playtest information. July playtest starts Wednesday, July 23rd. So you got a week. There's a week and a half to go. So it starts Wednesday, July 23rd, and it goes until the 27th. So it's Wednesday to Sunday. It's 5 days. That's gonna be the longest playtest we've had so far. So that'll be fun. And all your same characters should be available as well, as far as I know. I don't think we've done any wipes, so I'll be out of town for that exact span of days. Dude, that's terrible. I'm sorry, but there'll be more. I think the one after that, we have another one in September. July, August, September. The one in September is from September 1st until the 7th. So that's about another 5 or 6 day one. So mark that one out then. First week of September. Yeah, and then after that, there's one in November as well. So, which is a 10-day long one. November 1st to November 10th. So they get increasingly longer as we go along. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna hit the button. Thanks again. I'll catch you guys next time.